Okay, all right, so I'm John here with my man Franswa here in Gainesville, Texas, and I'm talking to him about hip hop and rap because he is pretty prolific in making a lot of rap music, and I think he's really passionate about what he does, and I think he might have some really good things to say about hip hop and stuff. So we're just going to talk a little bit about it. So, Franswa, let's say I just came from outer space, and I keep hearing people say this word hip hop, but I don't know what it is. If I was to say to you, what does hip hop mean and what is it about? What would you tell me?
I say first off, hip hop is, to me personally, is a platform where you as an artist, you're able to express your feelings and emotions, and it's stretched out across so many genres of music to where you're not limited to one theme, I guess, so to speak. So to me, you just find your lane, and it intertwines with almost anything from jazz to, classical to, even country. I'm just saying it's not limited to what the genre can be, as well as the cool thing about it, everyone does hip hop. You have kids, youth, you have Asians, you have white people, you have black people. It's endless opportunity for people to get involved in a craft and run with it and be creative. So you take hip hop and you make it represent your style, your lane, be your own person, be creative, and come up with a move. If that's what you want to do, because for real, it's very time consuming on a matter of creativity, because hip hop's been around for a long time. So you look at the time we're in now, where it's evolving, and you stay relevant by recreating you as an artist, not into what's going on right now, but you take what you're doing and make that current. So it's fun. It's fun.
So I'm hearing like themes of diversity, and like it can be a whole lot of different things. It's not necessarily one particular thing, and it can be whatever it is you are, and
right.
It's about being authentic.
Right. That would be my outlook on hip hop, because if Tupac is who you're into, and that was big, and you imitated Tupac, well, there's only one Tupac, so from that standpoint, you honestly have a platform to be creative and be yourself. So you study people that you like involved in music. People on mainstream and stuff like that, and you listen and you see how they model themselves, and you take into that, because as far as from my perspective on a record label or something like that, if you're running around getting in trouble and doing this, that, and the other, then how can you represent? How can they put something into you when this is the person that you are? So me personally, I look for positive influences where it's still up tempo, to where I consider my music like, to where I want to be known everywhere, not just in a platform where you're limiting me to rap. With hip hop, you got jazz involved in it, where you have the opportunity to reach out to people who play instrumental jazz instruments or guitars like yourself, and it offers you those lanes to where you can get in there, and you're not just involved with rap music. It's bigger than just rap. So myself, I enjoy it.
So rap is just one aspect of the bigger whole of hip hop.
Right. So that's just me personally, because if you look and to where you're talking about different instruments and stuff like that, a lot of people produce beats to where you're a producer, and then you get into the lane where you have people in bands who prefer live instruments and stuff like that. So I mean, you open the doors to other stuff as well as introduce your craft to what the next person is doing. I mean, you may meet a DJ who really likes your music, and vice versa. You know what I mean? You intertwine with different crafts inside of a big old football field. It's almost like you put techno beats and everything just in one big football field and mixed it together, and you come with hip hop. I mean, I enjoy it, man. I like music.
So you described hip hop as like a platform for expression. So do you think that your life would be different anyway if you didn't have hip hop as a platform for expression, and what kind of process do you think it is that, you know, affects how you live your life or you perceive things because of having that platform?
I see it as man, it's done tremendous, you know, for me, because where, I mean, look at hip hop to where you can, it's a way to write and express yourself and put it out there in a manner to where it's almost like somebody, if you present it in the right manner, it's almost like the same thing you're dealing with, going through, writing about, somebody can relate to it, dealing with it, going through it. So if like, it just seems tougher, I should say, to go into it thinking that, hey, I'm gonna be a rapper. And you go in there, well, it's 80 million people trying to rap, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just like football. It's 20 million people doing football. But what's gonna make you a better running back than this guy over here at the University of Texas? You know, I mean, from the NFL standpoint. If I'm recruiting for the Cowboys, what's going to separate that TCU running back from that University of Texas running back?
So it's about self-knowledge and knowing about yourself and how to make yourself better.
Right.
Regardless of what anybody else is doing.
Yeah, and
you'll be your authentic self.
And I say that in a manner to where if you're not putting everything into it, and you're not taking it as a workload, because it never stops, because everything is always changing. And if you're not in tune with music and what's going on and how music itself is evolving, then, I mean, that's when you come and trying to sit in one lane, seems like. I mean, you're trying to be like everybody else. Yeah. So to me, hip hop opened that lane where, okay, I can be myself, because someone else now inside of the hip hop lane, and where it's branching off, and you got trap, and you got, you know, club, and you got mixture of R&B and hip hop. I mean, you just got different stuff, and so you're not just outletted to be considered a rapper, so to speak. Now it seems like when you go into hip hop, you got, oh man, I can be an artist, and I can like rap, but I'm not rapping like what you may expect. You know what I mean? Like I'm an artist where I've turned that rap into something that's something I can present to everybody. You know
and you're being sincere and not necessarily trying to imitate what might be popular.
Exactly. You're actually being creative inside of your own comfort zone. So, I mean, me personally, I feel like I can go through Denton and get along with everybody in Denton as far as music-wise on the scene, as far as artists doing music. I think I can go to Denton just as easy as I can Oklahoma, just as easy as I can Sherman, Dallas, Fort Worth, and make music with all these different people. And they don't necessarily have to be African-American rap artists. They don't have to be, you know, female rap artists. I like doing stuff where I'm going down here and I'm working with artists that's mellow, and they're wanting to go, you know, they're going in the same direction I am. It's not just limiting yourself to one criteria of music. It's trying to evolve and go, be creative.
Yeah.
Be creative. So, yeah. I think it's opened doors for me where I can, hip hop has done for me what, like it took just running the streets and doing bad things, and it took that and allowed me an outlet to where I can actually express it and tell a story about it that people can relate to, or whatever. So like my therapy.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
you know what I mean?
So you feel like hip hop has been something that has helped you get closer to where you want to be as a person.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a sense. I mean, because okay, you are who you are, but if your image as a blue collar business guy working in a bank all day long, and then in the evening you want to go do hip hop music, you don't want to. It's almost like people are shallow to where they're embarrassed at one point to admit, like, man, I like doing this or I like doing that. Well, I think hip hop gives you a way to express yourself and not have to be like. That's why I like Facebook, because I'm not anything I post, I stand behind. So I'm not ashamed of it. Whereas before, when you going through that stage where you want to be a gangster, this, that, and the other, the image that you're portraying to everybody else is trouble, so to speak, in my mind. So I never wanted to ever put myself in a position where I have to question what I'm presenting to everybody else or anything like that. So with me, it's easy because I've done the bad stuff, and I try to deliver a message to where it's always, it's never too late. I mean, it's never too late, because I used to get a lot of, you're getting too old. Well, being creative doesn't have an age.
There you go. Yeah.
So, yeah.